Alright, hey guys, I'm here with the heroic deck profile from the April ban list. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first of all, you're gonna need 3 heroic challengers double lands. He's one or is not the main card in the deck, since your goal is to spam with XYZ or level 4s. So this guy's effect is that, let's say you have one in the graveyard and one in your hand. You can normal summon him, and then you can space summon another one of them in the graveyard or in your hand, which is pretty good. So then you can already start Exceed summoning. Next, we have 3 heroic challengers Sword Shield. This guy is pretty good. You need to have him on the deck, since his effect is that, let's say one of your heroic monsters was to be destroyed. You can discard him for your hand, and he won't get destroyed by battle, and you won't take battle damage from it. So you can either discard him or just set him, since he's 2000 defense. So yeah. Next we have 3 heroic challengers extra sword. This guy is pretty good, since you want to give your Exceed monsters 1000 more attack, because that's his effect. When they Exceed summon, they get 1000 more attack. So yeah, it's pretty good for those 32 bullet armor. So yeah. Then we have 1 heroic challenger Spartan. I mean, he's not that good, since his effect is that, let's say you have another heroic on the field and they attack him. He gains his attack, but then you can only use it once. So yeah, he's 1600. So I think he's okay. I think 1 is good for him. So yeah, just keep him at 1. If you want 2 of them, then that's your own. Then we have 2 heroic challengers Ambush Soldier. This guy's awesome, since let's say you normal summon him, and then on your next standby phase you can tribute him, and then you can summon 2 heroic challengers from your graveyard or your hand. So it's a main play card right here, so you can go for those big plays already. Next we have 1 heroic challenger Clap Sword. He's okay. I have him at 1 because this card is useless without Ambush Soldier, because his effect is that when he's special summoned by a heroic monster's effect, which is only Ambush Soldier, you can add 1 heroic to your hands, and yeah, he's only level 1, so yeah, you just keep him at 1. Okay, that's it for the heroics. Now I have 3 Goblinbergs. This guy is pretty good, since you can special summon 1 card after you normal summon him. So yeah, he makes it a way more easy to seek summon. Then we have 2 Field Commander Ross. This guy's good, since his effect is that when he's normal or special summon, you can put 1 warrior monster on the top of your deck, except for him. But I mean, he's pretty good, since you need to search for your heroics. You can have 2, or you can replace them for 1 Kokimeru, since good 2 and 1 is good for him, but I just keep him at 2 since I need to search for them. Then I have 1 Blue Mountain Butterspy. I mean, this is pretty good, since let's say you normal summon 1 card, you can space summon her from your hand, and yeah, that makes it easier to Exceed summon. So yeah, just keep her at 1. Next, I have 1 Silver Sentinel. He's just a filler, since I don't have 1 Stolen Warning. This guy is just a troll, since you can set him on your spell or trap card zone. Let's say they MST, okay. Then in their end phase, you can special summon him and then destroy one of their cards. So yeah, he's just a troll. Or you can also just normal summon him, since he's 1500. So yeah. Then I have 1 Dust Knight. I think 1 is good for him, since his effect is that when he's flip summon, you can send 1 earth monster from your deck to your graveyard. So that makes it easier to get double lands into the graveyard, and then special summon him on the next turn. So yeah. Okay, so that's it for the monsters. Now I have the spells. I have 2 heroic chance. 2 is good for this card, since the effect is that you can double heroics monster attack, but then if you have 3, it might give you dead hands. So I think 2 is okay. So So yeah. Then I have 2 MSTs, staples. You can have 3, but I think 2 is good for it since you want to make your deck run faster. Next I have 1 Rhoda, staple, 1 My Body as a Shield, and 2 The World Return Alive. My Body as a Shield's effect is that when your monsters or a monster will be destroyed by a card effect, you can pay 1500 life points and they won't get destroyed and you will destroy the card, but you cannot use it on the battle step. So yeah, it's pretty good. So just keep him a 1. Then I have 1 The World Return Alive, since you're gonna start discarding or just get the double lances from your graveyard or sword shield. So yeah, then Rhoda is just to add more heroics on your hand. Next I have 1 Swords. This is just for defense or just make your opponents waste an MST. So yeah. Then staple, Darkhold. You need to have Darkhold in the deck. Now that's it for spells, traps. Have 2 trap stuns. This is pretty good since you want to go for an OTK. You can have an 8000 Excalibur, and I mean, if you're going to attack, just activate trap stuns, so they won't activate Mirror Force or Magic Cylinder, because I've been in those situations and it's not it's not pretty. Then I have 1 Compulse, staple, gotta have it on the deck. 1 Magic Cylinder, since your main goal is to OTK, so yeah. 1 Call of the Haunted to spam XYZs, or just get Ambush Soldier back from the grave, so then you can get more heroics in your field. So yeah. Then I have 1 Mirror Force, staple. 1 Bottomless, since you want to have some defense. Then I have 1 Deep Prison. I mean, you can take it out for I don't know, another Compulse, but I think this is okay. Then finally I have 1 Fiendish Chain. That's just for defense again. So yeah, that's it for the deck. Now let's go for the extra deck. I have 2 Heroic Champion Excalibur. He's awesome. He's a pretty good XYZ, since let's say you overlay for him, you can detach both of them, double his attack. Since he's 2000, you can make him 4000, and if you use Heroic Chance, you can make him 8000. So yeah, just go for an OTK right there. Next I have 2 Heroic Champion Gendivas. I choose to have 2 since nowadays most people already start special summon level 4s or lower. Since his effect is that you can detach one XYZ material and negate the special summoning of a card or cards that they use for special summoning. So yeah, you can take 1 of them and put another Excalibur, but I think 2 is okay for him. So yeah. Next I have 2 Heroic Champions Kutsunagis. He's okay since you need 3 level 4s, but his effect is that when the trap is activated, you can detach 1 XYZ material, negate it, and he gains 500. He's already at 2500, so you can make him 3000. So yeah, he's okay. If you want, you can take out 1, but I think 2 is good for him. Next I have 2 Blade Armors. Just for the extra sword, just go for an OTK. You have the extra sword, 32,000. If your opponent is open, just attack for 64. Yeah, it's pretty good. 1 Utopia, 1 Steel Swarm Roach. Negate the special summoning of level 9s. You can already just lock down your opponent by using Gandiva and Steel Swarm. Then I have 1 Comics Hero. He's pretty good. 1 Mace Stroke, 1 Gaga Cowboy, just to end games. 1 Pappy, 1 Fairy King, and yeah, I mean that's it for the extra deck. These cards are pretty good since this guy reduces your opponent's effect, but your opponent's monsters by 500 attack and defense if they're not earthed. It won't affect you since almost all of your monsters are Earth, so yeah, it won't affect you. Maestroke, Book of Moon, and Comic Zero is just for him not to get destroyed. Just have some defense right there. Then I only have one card for the side deck, which is one Excalibur. Since if you want, you can replace them for one Gendiva or Kusanagi, but that's up to you. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or like you want to give me some tips on how I can improve the deck, just leave it on the comment question below. So yeah.